Hi guys, Tiffany here from Lake Life State of Mind, and welcome to another edition of Thirsty Thursday. I am so excited because we are officially in September right now, which means I am transitioning from all of those amazing summer cocktails that I shared with you guys to some fall inspired drinks instead. Today's cocktail is uber easy. It's actually just a recipe that I already had on my blog from 2017, and I'm adding one extra ingredient to it to make it an adult version. We are making today a spiked hot apple cider. Now, apple cider is one of the staple drinks that I usually have in the house during fall, whatever fall is here, because honestly, it's like in the 90s and 80s, most of the time that people would think is fall other places. But once things start to shift a little bit and it gets a little cooler, I always like to have some apple cider just simmering away. Not only is it delicious, but it literally makes your house smell like fall. The aromas of the apples and the cinnamon, it puts you in that fall mood, right? It's so simple. Again, this was already on the blog. 2 ingredients is just some store-bought apple cider. Sorry for the glare, there we go. Store-bought apple cider and some actual cinnamon sticks. Now you could use regular ground cinnamon, but I like these cinnamon sticks because I'm gonna show you, once they're heated up, they actually just kind of unfold and let out all the cinnamon inside, and it is absolutely amazing. 2 ingredients. I literally emptied inside of my crock pot here this container of the apple cider, and I threw in, I'm gonna put my lid there, like 3 of these cinnamon sticks, and this is what they look like. This is what the cinnamon stick looks like, and that is a closed cinnamon stick. Once it heats up and it sits in there and soaks over time, it's gonna open up and it's gonna release all of the cinnamon that is inside of there, and it is absolutely amazing. It's almost embarrassing that I have that on the blog because really it's not a recipe, but I will tell you, you will be in such a fall mood when you put this out. You could also do it on the stovetop as well. I just put it in the crock pot, put it on high, let it simmer away. Once it's warmed through, I put it back on the warm setting and I just keep it there all day. At the end of the day, I do not throw this out just in case we don't drink it all. I'll just put this usually like in a big measuring cup that has a spout, and I'll pour it back inside of here because this apple cider is now infused with the cinnamon, and then you can just pour a little bit out and make yourself a mug however you want to. You could put it in the microwave for a couple minutes or put it in a saucepan. Perfect, like literally the perfect fall drink for your entire family because nothing in what I just said had alcohol yet. What we are going to do to make this an adult version is we are going to spike our hot apple cider with some cinnamon fireball whiskey. And you can see that condensation going on right there because this bad boy lives in our freezer year round. Well, you know, I mean, it doesn't last a year, but it stays in the freezer until we're ready to use it. We actually do sometimes take straight shots of this fireball whiskey. It's basically like a sweet and spicy type of alcohol. Really good. Really good accompaniment to the apple cider because of all the cinnamon flavors and everything inside of it. So we are going to add a shot of this inside a regular mug of apple cider, and that is the cocktail. You will not even know that this is in there because the flavors marry so well together, you can't even really tell that there's alcohol. So this is another one that you've got to really be careful with, all right? So let me grab out, I want to show you, I have my little ladle here. Again, this was just our container of the apple cider and a couple of cinnamon sticks that I stuck inside, and I just let it come to temperature. And I want to show you, I'm pulling this up here, this is a little bit warm, but this right here, let's not make a mess everywhere, this is what happens to the cinnamon stick. So the original cinnamon stick that I showed you was rough, close tightly. Once you leave the cinnamon sticks inside of here for some time, they open up and release all the cinnamon flavor, and this is just like the perfectly spiced apple cider right now. So I have my mug, simple little glass mug. This reminds me of a mug for hot apple cider or a hot toddy if you make those in the fall or the winter. And I'm gonna give myself a couple of ladles. You know you wanna leave some room, obviously, for your spiked fireball that you're gonna add. I think that looks about right. Just literally adding some of that. Give this to your kids, give this to people who don't like alcohol. This is it. They will love this and drink this all day long. It is so yummy and delicious. But for those of you that want a kick, we are going to grab our fireball. And again, I'm gonna do about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of this, but you feel free to add as little or as much as you want. My measure here is about a 1.5, all the way to the top would be a 2. So we're gonna do 1.5 of that. Oh my gosh, this bottle is absolutely freezing from being in the freezer. I'm gonna move my crock pot out of the way too so you can kind of get a better picture here. There we go. We are going to take our hot apple cider, our shot of Fireball whiskey, pour it inside. And if you want to be extra fancy, but you don't have to, grab one of those cinnamon sticks. Use that to kind of stir everything around and give it a sip. Oh my word. Woo! All right, so I don't know if it's the whiskey that's burning or if it's actual just all that cinnamon that's inside, but I gotta tell you, this is absolutely perfect for this time of year. 3 ingredients, can't go wrong. Plus, it's something that you can also make that the rest of the family can enjoy, and those who want a little extra kick can put some Fireball inside. But I highly recommend getting some Fireball. We're starting off the season with it, and I'm gonna tell you, if you're following along with my Thirsty Thursday cocktails, this is not the first, or this is the first, but it won't be the last time that I'm gonna be using Fireball in one of my cocktails throughout this fall-inspired cocktail season, my friends. I hope you enjoy it. Cheers to you. I am gonna finish this and try to force myself to feel like it's fall, even though people are on jet skis. You can't see them right behind me enjoying the weather, but it is September, so I'm gonna play tricks with my mind, drink this, and pretend like I'm sitting by a nice warm fire watching the leaves fall. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for following along. If you have any suggestions for some fall-inspired cocktails, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at lakelifestateofmind.com. I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, as well as YouTube. I hope you follow along, and any comments, suggestions, please feel free to let me know. Have a wonderful Thirsty Thursday. Enjoy the fall, and hopefully things are cooling down by you. And we will see you next week. Have a great day. Bye, guys.